Okay, so here is the Sleep as Android app, and it's the sleeping app I'm most familiar with that has actually brought me benefit to my life. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the phone because the video that'll be better. So, downsides of the app, let's talk about it right away. It's an Android only app. So, yes, I'm a Pixel user, one of those guys, and the actual journey of me using this chart. I don't have any charts currently on my phone. I had switched phones, but this is from a while ago, the picture on screen. And I had previously gotten much worse sleep. This was at a time in my life when I started going to therapy, when I started putting on weight. Actually, I was gaining weight, I was malnourished, and just feeling a lot better mentally, going through a good time where it was or a foundational time leading, getting the foundation underneath me, and sleep was part of my foundation. It's one of the foundational habits we can do to be happier, to be less moody, to have more energy, to make better decisions, to have the ability to make better decisions, to even be able to make better decisions. If you're sleep deprived, it's almost like you're unconscious. So all these other things like mindfulness and healing, trauma, all these other things, concentration, levels of concentration, they come from a well rested body. Even the moral principles of Buddhism, which I really like, do not harm. Well, do not speak ill of others, don't steal. This will all be helped with more sleep. So, sleep's amazing. And I don't know if there are better sleep apps, especially for the combination of a solid alarm with the sleep charting. Long story short, how it worked for me was I would track my data every day, and I, for some reason, just like doing that. It became like a puzzle. I began asking myself, like, why did I sleep in or not be able to go to bed in particular? That's been sort of my big one. And just noticing things that I already knew subconsciously, like coffee. I was having a lot of coffee, and I noticed that even though the effects of coffee would wear off after 3 hours, from a sleeping perspective, it would impact me at night, even if I didn't feel the awakening effects of it. So I noticed that right away. I began trying different gadgets out, blankets, cooling, white noise, quiet, earplugs, and even most frequently just pulling a beanie over my head. So let's go through some of the features of this. The smart period, which I never really liked. I always thought it just woke me up at the most groggy time. So go figure, not that smart. They have a bunch of bird songs. They have a bunch of sounds, which are fine. Again, this is a good enough app in terms of the alarm. It definitely has all the features you're looking for and probably more than you're used to. Most of the other alarms out there are not as good. This is what I was talking about earlier. You can set your alarm to wake up gradually, which is kind of cool. But I was saying earlier, I actually do think the Alexa alarm starts a bit softer. This one doesn't quite go super soft. So here are some other just random features, all the normal stuff. But really, where they shine is just their graphs, which I wish I had more pictures on my phone because it was really fun to look at. I'm a nerd, right? I mean, you kind of gotta like looking at data if this app is going to connect, right? If you like looking at data, analyzing patterns, that's kind of who this app is for. Um, and I'll just wrap up this sort of review post video with a final thought that it's so ironic using a sleep app to get better sleep when these phones are and screens are, causing a lot of the sleeplessness in part. And here we are using the same screen to look at ourselves in a different way, seeing ourselves through a machine. Yeah, I guess that's what this is doing in a way. Of course, could easily backfire. Those screens are, you start off on this alarm and then soon you're going through social media and everything. I am guilty of this many a times. So, but today I no longer sleep track. I just use Alexa to set the white noise. The free version, hint, is ambient noise. So I use like brown noise, and Alexa would always charge me if, say, oh, I got to upgrade to a premium plan. If if you want to hear the white noise, and then it was like, oh, Alexa, turn on brown noise. All right, let's try this out right here. Alexa, turn on ambient noise, brown noise.
Okay, here's sleep sounds, brown noise.
There we go. That's what I do at night right here. This is a subject of a different video, though. So we'll get on to the next sleep item soon. Let me know what sleeping topics, loosely related to tech, loosely related to even mindfulness, Buddhism. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Certainly, as I just close this video, sleep contributes to presence, right? If we want to be here now, we're going to be benefited by sleep as well. So learning how to get more sleep is just one of those foundational things. I'm curious on all these thoughts, how they fit together. Okay. Namaste.